Be strong and do not give up, for your work will be rewarded. This is Bible verse from 2 Chronicles 15, verse 7. I'm going to explain this Bible verse for you guys through a story, about a bit of background, and a video. And I'm going to start with the background. It is mainly about God blessing the Jews, and that's the main point of the book and that verse. God is blessing the people during the reigns of godly kings, and He is punishing them for disobedience under the reign of evil kings. But God never gives up on them, and this focuses mainly on Israel's history. The writer of the story is unknown, but the book is continue the story of the Jewish nation chosen by God. But Jewish tradition means that a priest named Sara is the one who have written the book. He was a priest who helped build the Jewish nation after 50 years of exile. The first and the second book cover about over 500 years of Israel's nation, from 1000 BC to 500 BC. The location is Israel, followed by the exile in Babylon. So, what is this really about? The main theme you can take out of the words is courage. And so, what is courage? It can be a lot. It can be to stand up for yourself or stand up for something that's right. It can be asking someone out, and it can be asking someone for something you don't really want to ask them. It could be anything. And on your handout, you have 6 ways to find courage. To make you understand this better, I have a story for you about courage. This is a story about a woman named Marcy. She was a pregnant single mother with a child that was 5 months old, with no support system, and she faced a second pregnancy. She had a difficult childhood and was a victim of sexual abuse, and she did not finish high school. And she was unemployed and struggled with mental health. When her child was 5 months old, she got pregnant again. And she didn't have the sources, and she thought she didn't have the sources to raise another baby. So her first thought was abortion. So she went to an abortion clinic and asked around. And there she was reassured that that was not her only option. Later she was educated about abortion and found out and she was sure that she couldn't go through with it. So she decided that adoption was the best choice. And she was referred to Bethany Christian Services. There she looked through different families and prayed and asked God for help. And God kept leading her to this one family. And her decision was to go with that family. So when her daughter was born, she took care of her and asked the adoptive parents to stay with her in the hospital. And she followed through with the adoption. And now she has close contact with the family and her daughter. And her daughter has gotten a family who can take better care of her than she could. She now has a job and can take better care of her 5-month-old son. This story is a good example of courage. She was in a difficult situation, and she found courage through God and people around her. And she had courage to do something probably not someone would actually do. So how can this apply to you? To believers, you can pray to God for courage. But for those who don't believe, you can go to close family or people around you that you trust to seek courage. So I'm going to show you a video from the Wizard of Oz, where the cowardly lion gets his courage.
You are under the unfortunate delusion that simply because you run away from danger, you have no courage. You're confusing courage with wisdom. Back where I come from, we have men who are called heroes. Once a year, they take their fortitude out of mothballs and parade it down the main street of the city. And they have no more courage than you have. But they have one thing that you haven't got, a medal. Therefore, for meritorious conduct, extraordinary valor, conspicuous bravery against wicked witches, I award you the Triple Cross. You are now a member of the Legion of Courage.
As you can see, courage can be a lot. And according to the dictionary, the definition of courage is quality of mind or spirit that enables a person to go through difficult times or danger without having fear. So it can be, as I told you during this speech, courage can be a lot. You just have to find your own source of courage.
Thank you very much. Let's give a round of applause. Thank you, Sara.